Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sen.
15 PCA.
810-454.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. So the Book of Boba Fett, first episode came out, and there's a lot of people on Twitter, people that I follow, people, honestly I respect, that I follow their opinions and stuff, and they're crapping all over this. I'm thinking, oh man, is it going to be awful? When I watched it, it's not that bad.
No,
It's pretty good, actually.
I don't understand what they're seeing.
I think they were looking for like a masterpiece out of the first episode.
It's one episode.
But yeah, it's one episode, and also it was pretty good. Was it spectacular? Like Bloom, no. But
Do I want to watch more?
yes,
Yeah,
it set up.
definitely.
What it did is it set it up nicely
Because-
for both stories.
So the biggest complaints I heard was, oh, it's really slow. Well, it's showing flashback, like how he got out of the freaking that sandworm. Is it a Sarlacc?
Sarlacc,
Is that what it is?
right.
Yeah, but wasn't that one of the biggest mysteries we've always wanted to know? Now we know how he got out.
He gave it heartburn.
Yeah.
Then we kind of see how he's going to try to rule differently. But as we get to it, it kind of shows how that kind of blows up in his face a little bit. So I don't understand what the complaints are. What do you want? Just Boba Fett killing everybody? Is that would make them happy?
I think that's what they kind of wanted. I think
That's
they wanted
crazy.
Boba going around. But yeah, because you can't rule an empire by killing everyone.
Yeah, you have to you butter some buns. You got to do some stuff. You got to
Something.
move. Again, if he's going to be a crime boss, oh, now he makes deals and stuff. Yeah, yes, because he's going to just shoot everyone he sees. I think people just hate Disney. I get it. You hate them. You hate their guts. But it doesn't mean everything they do is awful.
Nope.
This is at the very least you can say, oh, that it was okay to good. I thought it was pretty
I
decent.
thought it was
Yeah.
a solid 8 to me. 8 out of 10. It really
Yeah.
was. I don't know what they're seeing. I'm not seeing it. And it wasn't so all. There was plenty of action in this. So what are you
A lot
talking
of
about?
action, yeah.
So I don't know. It starts up and we see Boba Fett's like in a healing chamber. Kind of remember how Vader had his little like thing that would like heal him up. He's having the same thing because he's gone through a lot. He's pretty effed up, and we kind of see how he got out of the pit. He just pretty much just used his flamethrower to light him up.
Right, and he kind of like still like the stormtroopers like oxygen. I think.
Yeah,
to
and
breathe.
use it to basically to breathe in, to use it to light up his flamethrower.
Flower, yeah.
So he crawled out of there, and we're thinking about how did he lose his armor. Remember, because the Mandalorian, that other dude had his armor.
Yeah.
Well, here come the Jawas, because that whole Jabba's
Wreckage.
little sand thingy floater thing. So they came to just salvage it, and they just beat him up and take his armor. So he's out there in his chonies, and he's just in his little undies, just waiting to die because he's all beat the hell up. Tusken Raiders pick him up, and they basically just take him for a slave.
Yeah, basic stuff, dragging him around.
And he looks awful.
Right, his skin looks so bad, bleached or like all
Dried out and
burned.
gross. Like,
Oh.
homeboy needs some Jergens. Get this guy some lotion.
This guy needs some help. Like his skin is.
Aloe vera.
Yeah, he needs a little rub down because his skin is nasty. But yeah, and they just kind of beat him down. And I guess these are like little dreams he's been having, little flashbacks.
Right, and then earlier in the episode, he had flashbacks of his where he was born, which is
Yeah, on
Do you know so?
yeah.
yeah, and then also him flashback when he was a kid. So he's having a lot going on in his life right now.
So they just basically drag him into town, and then like all the time to oppose, and a bunch of kids just beat the crap out of him.
Which I guess that's
He's the pinata.
Yeah, Tusken Raider. I don't know, tribe stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, so they're just beating the hell out of him. Then like he wakes up that night, and he's tied up to a post, and he's gonna try to break himself out, but they have like a guard. It's a guard dog, but it's some monster looking thing, and he's trying to work his way out, and it's making noises, waking the thing up. I'm like, Boba, this thing's gonna eat. This thing's a vicious looking thing. Like I would not want to fight this thing. Nothing. But he kind of gets out and chokes out the thing. Then he talks to the other prisoners. Hey, do you want me to get you out of here? Instead of like saying, yo, bro, cut me out. He's like, oh, he's escaping. That would have been a rock. I would have clunked him right in his noggin, you dummy.
Or I would have ran up and kneed him in the face.
As I'm running by, just kick him in the
Yeah,
face.
he was so smart to even use that monster's teeth to cut his
Yeah,
mouth.
just
Yeah,
to
yeah.
pop his.
Yeah, but what the heck, man? Like, you're a prisoner too, apparently.
But it's one of those things like, well, if I'm nice to them, maybe they'll give me more water tomorrow or something. Like, who knows? So that guy like sounded the alarm, and then Bubba's like, you jerk. So he takes off, but they just track him down. And I have to say that, I don't know, on my computer, everything that's a super dark scene, I can barely see anything. So is this for everyone in the comments below? Let me know, is this scene just super dark and you can't see nothing? I can barely see the scene. because he's taken off. They track him down, and then he kind of gets into like a
one-on-one
like
fight.
a one-on-one.
Yeah, but he's got like one of their sticks. I mean, it's not like a weapon.
And he's been beat the hell up, dragged through the desert, and he's all messed up.
Right.
So they go back and forth, but he gets beat.
Right, and I'm guessing that Tusken Raider has probably been trained to fight like really well. So a really well trained person versus a tired, beat up Boba Fett.
So he basically wakes up in his little Goku Dragon Ball Z heal chamber, and Finn is like, "Hey, boss, you got to get out. It's time now." So he basically opens it up, takes his breathing thing out. So I guess this thing is like healing him.
But it's not. He's not finished.
Yeah, he goes, "Oh, he had to cancel it," or he probably has to be in that thing whenever he's not. If he has any downtime, he's probably in this thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's probably all jacked up.
So there's some damage that I think he needs to be in there for a long period of time to fully heal himself.
Probably at least 10 hours a day, I bet.
Yeah.
So I guess since because at the end of the Mandalorian, we saw that he basically became the new Hut. Like, what do they call the Die Show? What do they call it?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's some kind of cool
Almost
name.
sounds like an Oriental name.
Yeah. So basically, they're coming to pay their tithes, like all the little local groups.
Yeah,
so
to pay the tribute. Yep.
He's there, and he has his little robot suiting him up. Badass. It's so cool. Putting his little belt on. His little, very samurai-ish. Like when you sit in, they're all setting you up. So he's going to go down there and, just everyone comes in. Oh, this is the person from this guild. They came here to bring you this. And then he has to be like, thank you. And like do all the...
Yeah.
And this is weird for Boba Fett. It's because he's usually the guy who's the bodyguard standing next to the guy doing this. Yeah. Not the guy getting the freaking tributes.
Right, exactly. He was Jabba's, next to Jabba.
Yeah, he's standing there with the gun. He's basically was Finnick's shop.
Yeah.
Now he has a Finnick. So, like, some dudes, they come in, they bring him money and stuff, and he's like, he's sitting in his chair giving the wave,
Well, the first guy they can't understand, they go, we need a translation droid.
He's like, I need a protocol droid.
Droid, yeah.
Give me a CPO down here. My. Yeah. But then, like, people are like, this is that they're complaining about, like, the dialogue and everything, but he's just talking to Finnick, and he's kind of going to be more candid with her, a little more off the cuff with her. And there's, like, one guy coming in, he's like, well, this is kind of weird. I used to work for this
him,
guy.
Yeah.
Now he's like coming to bring me tithe. He like brought him like looks like a Wookiee belt.
It looks like a Wookiee belt, and it's kind of funny. He's like, it must be awkward for him because it's like
you were my guy that I hired. Now I'm like
bowing
saying,
down to you.
Please don't kill me.
Yeah.
Here's some stuff.
Yeah, I work for you now.
But he has a droid, but it's like it's kind of like a regular. Like he's not like a language droid, and then he's just basically getting. How often do you think they have to do this? Once a month?
Probably.
I'm sure they're tied, yeah.
Then some other dude gets called in, and it's like, oh, it's supposed to be the mayor of these plateaus. Mm-hmm. And it's not. It's some other guy.
It's like one of his bureaucrats, underlings.
And this guy's kind of swarmy. He's like, well, excuse me. Well, actually, the mayor sent me. He's like, okay, fine, whatever. Next time, he needs to show up next time. Well, it's like, so where's your tribute? Well, about that, there's not going to be any. He sends his thing. He's like, so you didn't bring anything. And then Finn is like, you want me to kill this guy? You want me to blow this dude's head off?
She's like, Jabba killed people for less than this. Like
she told him that we'd throw you in the pit with a rancor.
Yeah, we'd feed you to one of his animals. Then he's like, well, then Fett's kind of being a softie, and even Fett is like, you got to show. Maybe that mayor is just testing him. Maybe. Oh, look, he didn't kill my guy. He must be a pushover.
Yeah, because there's a thing that happens later on that it might be them, but we'll see. But
then he's like, well, what about the tithe? It's like, where's mine? Like, oh, he goes like, they want you to pay him.
Right, because
Boba Fett's like, what?
Yeah, Boba Fett's like, I don't understand, and then Finnick's like, no, he wants you to pay him.
Dude, he lets you go, and then he says, oh, one more thing, and he says, are you kidding me, guy?
Then he's like,
serious?
No, my thing is letting you live. That's your payment. He's like, well, he's gonna be back with more. So I think Boba Fett's gonna have to go in and curb stomp some guys.
Yeah, he might. Yeah.
I look when he says you gotta keep an eye on that one. I know he's a little too.
But Finnick's like, I gotta take it on everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm your eye in the sky. I'm gonna kill people. Just let me kill this guy, please.
Yeah.
I'm itching to kill this guy.
She was really itching for that.
I want to see the part of the story where how she became so loyal to Bubba. I'm just interested about that.
Yeah, there must have been something because we saw her in
Mandalorian.
In Mandalorian, we saw her in
Bad
Batch. Yeah.
So something went down. They must have crossed paths somewhere.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, this dude has got some bozolas. His balls are so big that they carry him out on a freaking Rancor.
Yeah, I guarantee the mayor's testing him. It's all a test.
And this guy's probably happy that he lived.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's probably thought, man, the mayor's sending me to die.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, dude, you're just lucky you're still breathing. So just go ahead and just shut up and you're alive.
And it was interesting. Even his little droid even said that.
He's like, just to let you know, you should kill this guy.
Yeah. Like it's weird. It's like he's playing a bad guy, but he's making all the good choices as a bad guy. And even like the game's like, you're not supposed to do
and
this.
then the last thing is they bring in 2 of those pig aliens.
people,
I don't know what their names are.
They
for
have
Star
a name.
Wars.
Oh god, I
I
forgot
can't
their
remember
names.
their
But they come as like, yeah, these guys, their boss got killed. They refused to surrender. They got captured. So do you want me just to kill these 2 guys
And torture them. Like,
torture them. And then Boba's like, I don't believe in torture. He says, hey, you guys loyal to your last boss? Will you be loyal to me? And then they like basically pledge loyalty to him.
Right.
Hey, you want some of these guys on your guy. You need some muscle.
Yeah.
So they start walking through the streets. And then Finnick's like, you're doing this all wrong.
Yeah.
You goes, the Hutts would be paraded through town, like on those little palisade thingies.
And then these little guys will be.
But I'm not
carrying you.
because I'm not gonna be picked up like a piece of junk. I'm gonna walk on my own.
But
2
he's
feet.
like, but that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. So, do you think all this is gonna kind of blow up in his face?
I think so. I think because he needs to find a balance. Because yes, you don't want to be like this super gaudy, like you can't. But then also you don't want to be walking around like you're some nobody.
Yeah.
I think what he needs to do personally is get some Mandalorians and kind of turn this into like a Mandalorian trading post,
Right.
where like the Mandalorian.
We need people
rules.
we can trust.
Yeah,
That's the
he
thing.
He needs homies on his team. So he just walks into like one of these big bars. It's very busy. People are gambling. They got, it's probably got prostitution and all that kind of stuff. And, he just
They
walks.
take his helmets. You want to take your helmets to shine them? And Finney's like, no. And he's like, yeah, go ahead, take our helmets.
And they're like, oh, we do a lot better if we follow their kind. So like the madam of the house walks up, oh. And she's like, oh, it's nice to meet you and everything. And he's like, yeah, that other guy's gone. I'm the one in charge now. She's like, oh, I didn't receive.
I didn't see he wasn't carried out on that one thing. And she's like, I didn't see that. She's like, I walk on my own 2 feet. But even for her,
She's
it was
like,
weird.
oh, okay.
It was weird. Even though it's like, no, usually
Because they're
all
just
Hutts.
used to that. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
used to that.
all
The
Hutts.
decadence.
Yeah.
Then she's like, oh, do you want to partake of anything? Basically saying, any of the women in here, you want them? And he's like, well, maybe another time. But then even she's like, oh, I'll take care. Like, she's like saying, I'm on your side and you can even be with me if you want. Just, don't come kill me.
Because you run everything, yeah.
Yeah, so she knows what side of the bread to butter.
Well, she knows she has to pay the tribute, yeah.
Right, which is funny though, but when you talk to all these people so far in the show, you don't trust any of them.
No, I don't.
I don't trust any of these people because it could be anyone coming after them,
I thought, man, when they go shine your helmets, like, are they going to put like a tracking device in them or something? Or, I thought all this stuff, but they give them back their helmets and his is like full of like credits. And then she's like, well, yours is a lot shinier than mine. He's like, But, so, it's kind of working, but I can see this all blowing up in Boba's face.
Right. And I feel like he's going to have a moment to where he's going to have to realize, man, I'm going to have to kill some people.
Yeah.
You have to
get order. Then after that, then maybe I can start changing it.
So, he walks out and he's thinking, well, man, he's like, Jabba had a ton of vassals and a ton of people. He's like, he's going to take all day to do this. He's like, I can go without you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Zaxi goes, the Hutts never left their palace.
Yeah,
like,
Jabba hardly ever left his palace. And he's like, well, I'm not him. I'm going to do things differently. I'm going to rule with respect. But it's like, can you?
Yeah.
And then she goes, fear's better.
Yeah, she goes,
in times of uncertainty, fear can be better.
Yeah.
Get a bunch of assassin guys show up. Do you think these are from that other dude?
It could be from the mayor. It could even be from her.
Yeah.
Testing him out. It could be a lot of people. Shoot, it could be the guy that was loyal to him.
And then then he drops his helmet and all the stupid Jawas take all his money.
So this guy's got some pretty cool shields straight out of freaking remember in Black Panther?
That's what it looked
those
like.
cloak shields.
They look like it.
Why didn't he fly away?
He didn't want to leave Finnick. I'm guessing.
Maybe.
She can handle her own.
I know.
But so like they're getting like poked and they're pretty smart because they're doing little stabs because they can't fight him one-on-one. So they have them all encased in like shields. Poking him. But then that's when his little guys run out. And like, thank goodness he had those backup bodyguards.
Yeah, see, like he didn't kill him.
So they're able to kind of like fight them off a little bit. Once they break ranks, they can actually start fighting.
Yeah.
It's an okay fight. But looks like Boba Fett doesn't want to just straight up start killing people. Remember when he fought those stormtroopers and he just murdered all of them?
Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
He doesn't want to necessarily want to kill people here. He's trying things differently and he pays for it.
Right. He's trying to do this weird honorable, almost like turn these people into Mandalorians, kind of. Like, oh, we have honor and respect. But these are thugs. These are people that don't see that.
It's so funny because he was with other Mandalorians on the on the Mandalorian show. He was too rugged and rough for them. Now it's the opposite.
Yeah.
He's too gentle and soft for these people.
When you're handling the thugs, you gotta come with slugs, right?
Yeah.
That's the only thing they understand. So we get this fight scene. They kind of beat them back, and we see Boba getting, because he's got shocked a hell of a lot. He's kind of got his butt kicked.
Yeah, he did.
He's on his hands and knees. They fight. Then his bodyguards save him. And they have to like pick his ass up.
Right. Which again, seeing that, it's almost like, man, that shows so much weakness. Like so much. Like you couldn't even walk around. You got freaking almost.
Yeah, he
killed.
Toasted one dude. He gave him the rocket.
He blew up one guy.
I think he got mad there. He's like, yeah.
But then his dudes have to take him back to his healing chamber.
Yeah.
Like they literally had to pick
And
him
then
up like a
Finnick runs
baby.
after him because I want him alive because he wants probably information. Who
At least one of them.
Yeah.
I didn't know who the hell got you. But yeah, his buddy's got to pick him up.
Which he's very lucky they're loyal. Like, jeez.
They could have left him there to dry.
So Finnick just parkours her way after these guys. It's a fun little and every time I see a rooftop chase scene, I always think 007. I always think James Bond. Like for some reason, I can see Daniel Craig running and jumping from roof to roof. It's just a thing. So
not Sean Connery, but Daniel Craig.
Sean Connery be like, screw that. He's not gonna
do that.
But Daniel Craig, he'll do the running and the jumping. So she ends up catching up to one of them, and we're thinking, how many guys do I need to save? Just one. So she just kills one of them.
Oh yeah, she just knocks him off the roof. Boop.
So she captures the other one, and then we get the bodyguards just go and dump him in the freaking tank because he's dying.
Yeah, apparently it really hurt.
He's all beat to hell.
How long does he have to stay in there, you think?
Yeah, so either he's really beat up, he needs to be properly healed and stay in there for like a long period of time.
But you can't do that.
He probably needs like months of rehabilitation.
Right. To be at full speed, but then he's trying to run an empire, so he's trying to it's a lot. He should have
probably, but the problem is, where can he find that technology?
He needs to run this empire from the shadows. Only show up for the tithing ritual. Only show up for when someone needs to be executed. Then let Finnick do the rest of the stuff.
Wait that month till you're fully healed. Then you can do what the heck you want. Then you
know, but he's trying to. I got to be the face, and it's Boba. You're. I don't know. I think he's spreading himself way too thin. So he gets in his bathtub of rejuvenation, and it's all flashback from here on out. Go back to when he got his butt kicked, and now he's back in the freaking Tusken camp, and he could have killed this guy. There was like a younger Tusken Raider, and he just didn't kill him.
Yeah, really.
And now that's like his slave, master basically, but he's a little guy. You can tell he's a lot shorter. He's getting pulled along with this other dude, and he's like, "Where are we going?" He doesn't speak their language, so they're just dragging him through the desert.
Mm-hmm.
And like, where are they going? What's up with this? I can only imagine how far they're walking.
Oh, probably far.
10, 15, maybe 20 miles of just walking. Yeah. God. They get to an area, and we see some dudes harassing some townspeople, like stealing their water and stuff.
Right.
Are these the same people from that one town in Mandalorian?
It could be. They look similar. I could be wrong on that. But it looks like you're taking a moisture farm.
Yeah.
And they were like letting the water spray out, so I don't know what kind of
I think it's kind of like, oh, we're taking this and we're going to make sure you don't have any leftovers. Like, we can only carry so much. We want to make sure you don't get any.
Right, kind of thing.
What a bunch of bastards.
Especially out there. You'll die without water.
But that's what you get for not paying us your whatever, your monthly allotments. Yeah. Looks like the payments just went up, those kind of guys.
Yeah.
So they leave, and then the Tusken kid's like, hey, he's like, what do you want me to do? He's like, you want me to dig? He shows them like those little shells. I guess they have like water in them.
Yeah.
It's like, dig for these. So I'm like, oh, okay. They're digging. The other guy keeps finding them, and then Boba's not finding any. He's like, that is bad. I keep finding
found like
things.
3 of them.
He finally finds one. He starts to drink it, and the guy's like, and Boba grabs his, hey kid, I got a drink or I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
If you want me to, basically, hey, you gotta give me something. Then he like takes it from him and feeds it to his dog, and then they just keep digging and digging.
Remember I said I could have killed you, you stupid idiot kid.
Oh, yeah, that kid, and then he talks to the other guy. He's like, we could have been off this freaking planet by now.
Oh, yeah.
But no, you had to sound the alarm like a freaking idiot.
Because he's taking a nap.
Yeah.
The Tusken kid. And then he's like, dude, come on. If it could have just been us, if you would have just shut your mouth, even say nothing, why did you do that? And then we can't even tell what he's saying because, it's alien language. And then he's like, oh, yeah, you understood that, right? Yeah, I could have tried to get this chain and choke you right now.
And then feed your leg to the dog?
Yeah, and then I'll feed you to that freaking dog over there. Then he's like, fine, whatever, screw you two. You're digging, and then he sees that. We thought it was like bones or something. I'm like, oh, no, that's a monster.
Yeah, he
It's
found
gotta
like
be
some
a beast.
some kind of scaly thing, and it's like it looks like a claw. Like, oh my goodness.
And it gets up like, holy crap, it's a death claw. It's
It looked like a death claw.
It's like a 6-armed death claw. And in my mind, guys, did we get like Harryhausen vibes from this thing?
Oh yeah,
Very
definitely
so.
Jason the Argonauts.
Didn't it have that Clash of the Titans feel to it?
It did.
I
Claymation. I liked it, but
I liked it. I thought it was cool. But yeah, the other dude, he's dead, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure he died. I mean, they grabbed him.
Grabbed him and then slammed him to the ground.
See, since they're chained together, friggin' Boba Fett is getting moved around too.
But Boba's able. Then we kind of get a fight. They get knocked around a little bit, and it's gonna kill the Tusken kid.
Right,
like it's right on top of him.
Because it stabbed him. He stabbed the monster in the foot, and then it went after him because it's like, oh, you stabbed me, freaking.
Then Boba goes up and pulls the jawbone on him, chokes him out, gives him the chain and everything. He's like, I learned this from Princess Leia. So chokes him out, and then it's like, oh, you saved me. And I'm like, yeah, dude, and like we're in this together. Even though you're kind of like my slave master, we're better survival together. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's better because you obviously you know how to survive here. I'm stuck in the middle of freaking desert in my freaking white jumper, and I got nothing else. But I guess they chop its head off and they bring it back to the camp, and the kid's like, yo, look at this dope loot I got. And I guess that's like, I don't know if it's a ceremonial thing or...
Oh, you came back with from a hunt, technically, and
you beat a big monster, yeah.
So look how happy he is. Yeah, check it out, guys.
It might even be like a ritual where like you can't become like
a man
until you hunt something.
But
so he already got his already.
It was pretty dope. He like you could tell by the way that he's body language. He's saying, "Hey, he helped kill this thing." So at least he's being honest.
Yeah.
Then I guess like the tribal leader guy walks up to him and hands him some water. So I'm like, oh.
So I wonder if he's even a slave anymore. Probably not.
Maybe he earned the respect
enough to be like, okay, we can let you walk around.
So boom, end of the episode. Okay.
What was wrong with that?
Well, I mean,
that was awesome.
What we just explained, what was so horrible about that? I get that they want Boba Fett to be this ruthless killer. Maybe he grows to be that. Maybe he says, you know what? I showed you guys kindness. I showed you respect. And now I have to drop the hammer and you're going to freaking get it.
Yep. Well,
they're going to push him. Like, definitely. That's what's going to have to happen, probably.
And you kind of notice, too, even in his own flashback, it kind of gave him a lesson that he needs to learn. Remember when he was working with that other guy, the other slave guy, and he's like telling him like all these nice things. What did he respond to when he was violent? Mm-hmm. He's like, "Yep, I could have killed your ass and fed you." Sorry, and fed you to the dog. And then he answers back, "Of course you answer back now."
Yeah, and I'm threatening to kill you.
Right, and I feel like Boba is gonna have to figure that lesson out here.
I'm telling you, man,
they're not gonna respond to niceness. They're going to respond to threats.
He needs to contact the other Mandalorians and bring them in and let them run the business, and then this can be like maybe another mini Mandalore for them. And they can run all this. Could you imagine having Mandalorians in 3 or 4 of these towns, like 6, 7 of them stationed everywhere?
Right. And how nice would it be if you had some connections on Mandalore where they're like, hey, you can work for Boba. It'll be a safe way to bring up your skills, and you can still...
Well, you even talk to the princess. You need money, right? You want to rebuild Mandalore. Well, this is how you're going to make your money.
Go work with Boba Fett for 5 years, and then you can move on to do something else.
Yeah.
And come on, that'd be awesome. Because Jabba was feared, but like if you mess with Boba, you're gonna bring down the full might of every Mandalorian there is, and start slowly building up those Mandalorians.
Yeah.
And bring in some more foundlings, bring in some more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and exactly, and like I said, the prince can rebuild Mandalore again. Hey, get the money, get the profits, you get percentage, and then you can do that.
And
I know it's from skeeziness, but
that's what what do you think? What do you think the Mando was doing the whole time? Just doing jobs.
When he worked for those crummy people, you remember? And he's like, "Oh yeah, that one job. You seemed like you really liked it. Yeah, he probably had to do some stuff that wasn't so honorable.
Yeah, the slavers and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
So, first episode. I don't know. I don't know what people are hating on.
Okay, the problem is I think the reason why people wanted more action and they wanted all that stuff, but I'm sitting there thinking it sets up the 2 plot lines they have really well. It sets up what's Boba going to do in the future and what happened to Boba during that time.
Yeah.
And I want to see both of those story arcs.
And I'm pretty sure Filoni and Favreau are doing this too. So far, everything they've done with Star Wars has been amazing.
Been pretty good.
I'm sorry, guys.
Are there some bad episodes?
But that's fine.
Were there some lame episodes of Rebels? Yeah. But once that thing started hitting the ground and it was running, it was a badass show. And you were dying to see the next episodes. Right. Just like in Mandalorian. When once we got to that final plot point, it's like, next episode. Guys, calm down. If this is episode like 6 or 7 and it's still kind of like
slow,
then I'll give it to you. But right now, it's still fine. Guys, calm down.
It's setting it up. Because there's going to be probably in the middle of the season, there's going to be a moment where it's going to be like, bam.
Yeah, it's like, it's on.
It's on. Yep.
Where he's gonna go into the room, he's like, "Oh, you heard negotiate?" He's gonna kill a guy. Yeah, here's my negotiation. It's over.
It's over.
Screw all y'all.
I try to do it the right way, and
this is what you gave me.
Yep.
And then now you're going to get it.
Yep.
You don't make me be cruel because you'll wish you'd never have done that to me. But overall, check it out, guys. I still think it's pretty good.
I was awesome. I love it. Like I said, it was a solid 8, and I don't know. The complaints make no sense to me. It was good. It's a good companion piece.
And we're no Disney shills, people.
No.
I don't understand. We don't stand up and defend Disney. There's a lot of crap they do is awful.
Right. What was that one Star Wars? The one with the pod racing, was it?
Yeah. Well yeah.
Yeah, that one sucked. Okay, that was bad.
Resistance.
Yes, Resistance.
That one was awful.
Even though it wasn't animated, High Republic is garbage. Yeah. It's complete garbage.
Hey, those books are terrible. And then the new trilogy's god awful. So guys, we're no Disney, like where people think, oh, you just love everything Star Wars. No, not even close.
No, but we're gonna give credit where credit's due.
And it seems we're gonna point out something's horrible when it's horrible. This was not that.
No,
we're not there yet.
No.
Are we at the most amazing show ever? No, but are we a bad show? Not even close. No. Not even close to a bad show.
And that's just cool to see Boba Fett.
Yeah. I mean, you know what the show is? It's a very interesting story.
It's interesting to start off.
Yeah.
Crimson's in here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, you can contact us on any of the social media platforms in the description down below. And while you're here, be sure to click on one of the videos over on the right.